Good morning and welcome to the BSBF 2024 press conference. My name is Demetrio Filippo Damiani and I'm the head of the Press and Communication Office of Regione Autonoma Friuli Venezia Giulia. Before I turn the floor over to the authorities and speakers, I would like to briefly go over the steps that lead us here today. What will take place in Trieste between October 1st and 4th will be the third edition of the Big Science Business Forum, following those in Copenhagen in 2018 and Granada in 2022. A city, the latter, in which, having overcome competition from Maastricht and Geneva, the passing of the baton took place. Just as a quick reminder of something you all already know, BSBF is promoted by 10 big science organizations. It is organized by the Autonomous Region of Friuli Venezia Giulia, which strongly believed in the event, allocating resources in excess of 550,000 euros to it, Promoturismo Friuli Venezia Giulia, Area Science Park, and the Italian network of ILOs. It is backed by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, the Ministry of Business and Made in Italy, the Ministry of Environment and Energy Security, and the Ministry of University and Research. And finally, it is supported by a significant number of private sponsors to whom, of course, our thanks go. But if we were to summarize in just a few words the reason for the importance of BSBF, well, it is important because of the opportunities for the relationship between scientific and research infrastructures and the business world in the context of a 10 billion euro per year market. A market, the big science, moreover, that is particularly attractive on the front of the valorization of human resources and in particular of young people, as witnessed by the 1,700 applications registered on the EURES portal in just a few weeks, expressions of interest of which Italy is second in number only to Spain. I mentioned in the introduction the resources allocated by the region, as I said, 550,000 euros, and I would like to dwell on these. In fact, BSBF finds expression not only in the 4 days of activities that will animate the Generali Convention Center and in the collateral initiatives. Far more, it is the synthesis of 2 years of promotion that, by virtue of the region's intervention, with a percentage close to 80% of the allocated funds, was made possible from the day after the event was awarded. Allow me, on this behalf, to display just a couple of figures. 4 visits to BSOs, Fusion for Energy at Cadarache in France, Expel in Hamburg, CERN in Geneva, ESA in Noordhoek, Netherlands. 11 international scientific conferences and additional 6 national and international events. 8 stops of a roadshow organized in cooperation with a Central European initiative that led BSBF to make itself known in several Central and Eastern European capitals, and moreover, the involvement of hundreds of stakeholders on a European scale. A commitment put in place over the past 24 months, which leads us to look forward to the 3rd edition of BSBF with record-setting numbers. 1,000 delegates attending the event, 150 speakers, 163 booths, 245 exhibitors, 29 countries represented, and finally, 14 national pavilions. Figures that, it goes without saying, also express an important spin-off in terms of visibility for Trieste and the Friuli Venezia Giulia. Well, this is the framework in which today's press conference fits. I will now ask Director of BSBF 2024, Paolo Acunzo, to explain us the program in detail.
Hello, everybody. I have just a short presentation. I will just took some, you have already heard the data, so that I'll just give some details on the data that you have heard. My name is Paolo Acunzo. I am the director of BSBF 2024. I'm also the IOC coordinator. But as you know, that the Big Science Business Forum is promoted by 10 big science organizations that you can see here, and it's the 3rd edition. The real strong point that is the main meeting point between research, infrastructure, and industry. This forum is considered a one-stop shop. It means where the place where it's possible to meet industries and big science organizations. As you know, these are the group of the organizers of BSBF 2024, and with the region that is the leader, and you have already heard information about that. Aero Network Italia, including representatives from CNR, ENEA, INAF, INFN, Area Science Park, and Promoturismo. But we had many other kind of supporting that you have already heard. This is the organization of this kind of Big Science Business Forum. We have an international organizing committee with the representative of all 10 Big Science organizations, then the ILO networks, that it means the chair of PERIA, the Association of ILOs in Europe, and then a representative from ILOs from Denmark and Spain, the previous edition, and the ILO network Italy. Then we have also the local organizing committee. There are different kind of stakeholders, local stakeholders, really important in order to implement this kind of activities. What I would like just to focus is the organization structure of the program. So there are 4 days of event. We add an extra day in comparing to the previous edition, 6 plenary sessions, 16 parallel sessions, 8 satellite meetings. There are meetings that will take place on the 1st of October, and that they are open and are promoted by the individual organizations, so that by themselves. 4 side events, then we see that, hundreds of B2B bilateral meetings, social program, and visit, so the site visit in research infrastructure in Italy and Slovenia. Then, just to give an overview about the plenary sessions. So we thought that we have 6 different plenary sessions. The first one, the opening on the 2nd of October, will take place with the welcome message from authorities, national and international authorities. And then we have, for the first time, a roundtable with the DGs of the Big Science organizations. That is something that we are really proud of that, because it's the first time that all the DGs from Big Science organization will sit in the same roundtable and will just pick a debate about which kind of future can have the construction of a common market of big science in Europe. And that could be something really important. Then in the same occasion, we'll have also the presentation of Einstein Telescope, the next research infrastructure that is still being allocated. So it's something that will be presented together from an Italian representative and a Dutch representative in order to explain the importance of this research infrastructure. That is something that for us is really important. It's the first time for the scientific community that we can have this kind of presentation. Then on the 3rd of October, we have other 2 plenary sessions. One is discussing about Big Science Common Market with some representative, not only from the Big Science organization already promoted the BSBF, but also with other important stakeholders. For instance, the ESFRI, European Strategy Forum on Research Infrastructure, ITER organization, but we have also a report from the one parallel session that are just presenting different proposals from industries. And that could be really interesting in the debate that are going about that. The third section is about wrapping up, so to have something to see which is the feedback from the BSBF, this BSBF edition, and which kind of suggestion can be done. And then we have the day of October that we'll see afterwards. Here you can see the program about the Big Science organization, also the debate with different DGs. And then you have almost more than 2 hours of this kind of debate. And then one of the main things about the BSBF is about this. We have 16 parallel sessions. Then it means some technical sessions. We have 11 technical sessions that is with, as speakers, we have direct speakers from Big Science organization for each kind of technical aspect that then I will show you. Then we have 4 parallel sessions connected with the call, BSBF call that we have implemented to select affiliated Big Science organization, small and medium enterprises, Big Science Common Market. And 1 parallel section dedicated to Central and Eastern Europe. There was something really important for this edition to enlarge participation also in these countries. And as we said before, we have also done a roadshow. All these kind of parallel sessions are moderated by ILOs, industrial liaison officers, from 12 different countries. In that way, that just to give really the collaboration and the contribution all over Europe. Here you can see the list of different 16 parallel sessions. And so that is something that is really interesting for enterprises to come and to join one of them, because it's possible to have all information from that section about the next call for that topic in the next 4 years directly from Big Sense organization. That is so that we have the topics about the BSBF. Then I also explained there was some different kind of calls that were arranged. We have 4 calls really related to the BSBF, I will explain in a few moments. And then we have the other 2 different calls. One is to host the next edition of BSBF 2026, and will be presented the result on the 4th of October. At the end, we have the passing torch ceremony, and then there will be the Women Big Science Forum Recognition Award. That is counting that an activity connected on the 4th October. But let's see. For instance, we have planned 2 different parallel sessions related to affiliated Big Science organization. We launched a call that to all over Europe to ask organizations want to be affiliated and present their opportunities for industries in the next 4 years. We select 9 APSOs from 5 different countries, and that will be really something really appreciated also from the companies, because there is an overview on some new kind of opportunities that could be really interesting. Then we launched also the SME track session in order to involve small and medium enterprises and to be really part for during the BSBF. We have selected 26 small and medium enterprises from 14 different countries. We have a specific parallel section regarding them, and all of them will be involved in the poster session. So that that is something really important in order to give really the sign that for the European economy, small and medium enterprises are really the main point that we have to be involved. Then we have the technology transfer track call that include some proposal for new kind of application from one sector to another sector. It will be presented during the poster session, and it has been selected 40 posters from 23 different international organizations. And then the last call, it was about Big Science Common Market. We asked to companies that have already some contracts with international organization to explain which are the difficulties to be part of this market, and what can be done in order to improve this kind of common market. And then we have selected 6 speakers from 6 different companies, and will be presented during a dedicated parallel session. Then one of the things that is really important for BSBF in general are B2B, bilateral meeting, among companies, representative companies, but also among the companies and Big Science organization. We extend for an extra day, this is kind of B2B on the 4th of October, and we have already some hundreds of requests of appointments that they are matching throughout an app and throughout a system, an internet system. So that is something that is one of the focus points. The same kind of another really good point is about exhibition. There are more than 150. We just we took some more than 160 booths, but and in that way, it's possible to have for companies have the place where to show what they are doing and to have connection with other companies. In that way, it's possible also to have some also some booth from big size organizations, from affiliated organizations, and other kind of sponsors. Just for your information, it's still open the individual registration. So you have here the link, and of course you are welcome to register on the system. This is just a part of the general for the program, but it's not so clear, so I'll go on. And we want to focus on the 4th of October. The 4th of October is the extra day that we had. We have the normal stuff about the visit, the site visit research infrastructure, and we have 4 options that you can see here about this kind of visits. We know that it's still open, the registration, there are still space, so we really suggest to book this kind of visits. But on 4 October, we have 2 new kind of sessions. The first one is about the career opportunities, when will be launched the section about the big science in EURES network. EURES network is the main network about job from the European Commission. In Trieste will be launched the section about big science, and we know already there are already some thousands of persons that are connected on the net, of course, in order to be involved in this kind of system. So it's something that we launched in Trieste. We hope that it will be go on also for the next edition, and there is a common point where it's possible to meet, to match persons are looking for job and vacancies in the big science. Moreover, we have a focus also debate about which kind of job profile are looking from big science organization, from a representative of a big science organization itself. And the last point that the last session about the 4th of October is the Women Big Science Forum. That in this session will be, there is an international committee that has just have some suggestions and some representatives from big science organization just to improve involvement of women in the big science. There will be, now it's open, the recognition award about poster that explain which kind of policies they are looking for this kind of issue. And there will be something really important also to see the differences in Europe on this topic. About that, I would like just to show, this is the list, and then we have at the end, we have the passing torch of BSBF 2026 ceremony that I told before, but it's really important to say that this day, the 4th of October, is really thinking to the youngs, to researchers, and to students, because there is something like a social impact about the big science in this society. For that reason, it's possible to register for this day for students and researchers under 40 years old throughout a particular throughout the section career opportunities, and it will be possible to have access, free access for these days. That is something other really new from this edition. It will be something that was proposed and arranged by the region of Friuli Venezia Giulia. So you know the 10 promoters and the 4 organizers that we have already spoke. There is the list of different kind of meetings that we had, because we present the SBF in many international conferences, as you can see. As we say, we made some visits directly to research infrastructure, for research infrastructure, to just in order to touch directly the infrastructure that we are discussing. There are some international groups that we arrange in order to make these kind of visits. And this was just an example about the invitation card, in order to have the visit to Central European Initiative using the Embassy of Italy network in those countries. So we have, as we said, we have already 8 different visits in these cities, and then the success of this kind of model, we also export in order to have a BSBF visits to the European Union, so in Brussels for the first time, and in that way there was also a connection among big science organizations and the European Union. These are the main point about the different the structure in general of BSBF. There are so many other things that would happen during the conference, And I will just to leave also the floor about to explain in which way is organized in a logistic point of view, where is going with the venue and all this kind of information. We are waiting you in Trieste on the 1st to the 4th of October.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Anita Bekis, and I represent the office, who is the professional congress organizer and logistics management for the Big Science Business Forum 2024. I am delighted to present today the logistical aspects that will define BSBF 2024, with a particular focus on the venue, exhibition spaces, and the areas dedicated to the scientific program. The event will take place at the Generali Convention Center, a multifunctional venue designed to facilitate networking and accommodate the forum's various activities. Located in the historic Porto Vecchio area of Trieste, this venue will host plenary sessions, parallel sessions, and two large exhibition areas, incorporating all 27 and all 28, which stands as symbol of the city's commercial past. For those unfamiliar with Trieste, Porto Vecchio is a location of great historical significance. Once the heart of the city's commercial activities, it is now at the center of an ambitious urban redevelopment project. The choice of this location for BSBF 2024 is no coincidence. The Generali Convention Center, with its integration of halls 27 and 28, perfectly combines Trieste's rich history with its strategic role in the future of scientific and technological innovation. For participants visiting from outside Trieste, this event presents a unique opportunity to explore this fascinating part of the city, which seamlessly blends tradition with modernity. The Generali Convention Center is an extremely versatile venue, capable of adapting to a wide range of needs. BSBF 2024 will fully occupy the available spaces, beginning with Hall 28, where registration and plenary sessions will be held in the Generali Auditorium, which has more than almost 2,000 seats. In the same hall, we will host the first major exhibition featuring over 80 companies, including the dedicated Spazio Italia, where leading Italian industry will be promptly showcased. Hall 27, moving on, connected by a striking glass bridge, will house the parallel sessions in a smaller rooms, and the second exhibition area, hosting over 70 booths, 10 reserved for Big Science organization and 8 for its affiliates. BSBF 2024, we also extend to the nearby Hall 26, dedicated to B2B networking meetings. And I would like to emphasize the importance of this activity within the forum, as these meetings are designed to facilitate strategic collaborations and synergies between businesses, research institutes, and Big Science organizations. Thanks to an advanced booking system available via the event app, participants will be able to schedule targeted meetings with potential partners, selecting the companies and organizations they wish to engage with. Regarding the logistical and networking aspects, catering points will be strategically placed throughout the venue to provide refreshments and foster informal networking opportunities during coffee breaks and lunches. To conclude, the social events, in addition to the main forum activities, BSBF 2024 will feature several significant social events, including the welcome cocktail on October 1st at Generali Convention Center, the Seaman Orchestra concert on October 2, featuring 45 musicians from Central European conservatories at Teatro Verdi in the heart of the city, and the conference dinner on October 3, which will take place in 8 restaurants across Trieste, offering participants the chance to explore the city's diverse culinary traditions. Just a final information, a final reminder. Registration for BSBF 2024 are open until Monday, September 23. And for more details, we invite you to visit our website and explore the registration sections. in the home, of course, and on-site registration will be also possible. Thank you for your attention. I'm available for any further questions or clarification you may have.
Thank you very much. And what else? See you in Trieste.